Tiger lineup.
That's fisted to second base. Onto the grass, Michael Massey handles out number one tonight at Kauffman Stadium since.
Welcome, baseball extra fanatics. Get ready, because tonight we're diving headfirst into a thrilling showdown that had everything a true baseball fan craves. Towering dingers, nail-biting pitching duels, and defensive wizardry that defied belief. We're dissecting every crucial moment, every strategic play, and every superstar performance that kept us on the edge of our seats. You won't want to miss our breakdown of how the Royals snatched a vital victory and what it means for the wild card race. So, grab your popcorn, settle in, and let's talk some baseball. Baseball Extra is here to break down a game that highlighted both rising stars and intriguing pitching challenges. Let's start with a player who's quickly becoming a cornerstone for the Tigers, Riley Greene. From the moment he was drafted, the scouting reports on Greene were clear. This kid was destined to be a middle-of-the-order slugger, a true dinger threat. And he's absolutely living up to that hype. Last season, he put up incredible numbers, the first Tiger since 2017 to notch over 100 RBIs and power 32 home runs. That's not just good, that's elite. And the best part for Detroit fans? He's only 24. The future looks incredibly bright for Riley Greene and the Tigers as he continues to develop into one of baseball's most exciting young talents. Now, let's pivot to a different story on the mound. Stephen Kolek, acquired from the Padres in the Freddie Fermin trade, has had a bit of a bumpy road. He started strong, 2-0 with a spotless era, but then hit a rough patch, going 4-5. A stint in Triple-A didn't fully iron out the kinks either. For Kolek to truly succeed in the big leagues, especially against a potent lineup like the Tigers, he needs to command his sinker and effectively mix in his slider. But the real key for him, the pitch that could unlock his full potential, is his changeup against left-handed hitters. We saw some flashes of it, but consistency is going to be paramount. Speaking of pitching, early in the game, the Tigers lineup was putting the ball in play, but the Royals defense was sharp. A quick grounder off the bat of a Tigers hitter was fisted to second base, where Michael Massey made a solid play for the first out at Kauffman Stadium. This stadium, the storied home of the Royals since 1973, always seems to bring out some incredible defensive plays. Then we saw another strikeout, as Kolek used a two-seam fastball to get a check swing, sending a batter back to the dugout. A couple of outs followed. Later, a sharp grounder up the middle looked like a sure base hit, but Bobby Witt Jr. at shortstop made an absolutely spectacular diving stop, knocking the ball down and making a quick throw to first. What an effort from Witt! He turned what should have been a single into an out, showcasing his incredible athleticism and range. That kind of play can be a real momentum killer for the opposing team. This game also featured Jack Flaherty on the mound, and he had a tough outing against the Royals in his previous start, giving up 6 hits on his fastball alone. It was one of the worst starts of his career. And tonight, he faced a red-hot Bobby Witt Jr., who came into this game riding a phenomenal 17-game hitting streak, the longest active streak in all of Major League Baseball at the time. Flaherty dealt, and Witt Jr. delivered again. A ground ball found its way to right field, a clean single, extending his hitting streak to an impressive 18 games. This kid is simply on fire, and you can see why he's a centerpiece for the Royals for years to come. Then Vinny Pasquantino stepped up, known for his ability to drive the ball. He eventually drew a walk, putting runners on first and second with one out for Kansas City, threatening to open up the scoring. But the Tigers' defense had an answer. A ground ball to shortstop off the bat of Michael Garcia initiated a beautifully executed double play, 6-4-3, turning a potential rally into a quick end to the inning. We headed to the second with no score, a testament to both teams' early defensive efforts. Riley Greene continued his strong hitting with a 3-for-5 performance in the previous game, driving in a pair of runs. He hit a sharp ground ball that Michael Massey made another fantastic diving stop on, throwing to first in time for the out. Massey was truly a vacuum at second base tonight. Kolek finished the inning with another strikeout, his second of the night, retiring 6 of the first 8 batters he faced. Adam Frazier then got into the act, hitting a line drive to left center field that dropped for a clean hit, giving the Royals their second hit of the game. Both teams were trading blows. Flaherty then got Massey to wave and miss at a curveball for his first strikeout of the night. This was the good Jack Flaherty that the Tigers were hoping to see, sharp and deceptive. He then induced a fly ball to center field, which Salvador Perez tracked down for the final out, working around a one-out single to keep the Royals scoreless. The Tigers started to put things together in the third inning. A leadoff single by Javier Baez and a subsequent rope to right field for a base hit by Trey Sweeney put runners on the corners with nobody out. Dingler, with some heads-up base running, went first to third, putting the Tigers in prime scoring position. Kolek found himself in a jam, a lot of traffic on the bases, and the Tigers were in business. A chopper to third saw Michael Garcia make a fantastic effort, throwing home to prevent a run, getting Dingler out at the plate. Garcia has been absolutely outstanding at third base this year for Kansas City, showcasing his range and arm strength. But with men still at the corners and 2 outs, Gleyber Torres stepped up and delivered. He sent a ball through the infield, and just like that, the Tigers were on the board first, taking a 1-0 lead. It was a good inning for the Tigers, showing patience and capitalizing on opportunities. They dodged a couple of bullets, had a runner thrown out, but got the professional hit they needed from Torres, who got a slider on the inner third of the plate and drove it hard. Flaherty, meanwhile, was trying to settle in. He faced Bobby Witt Jr. again and got him swinging at a high fastball, climbing the ladder for a second strikeout. Flaherty then had his first 1-2-3 inning of the day, a much-needed confidence boost. However, the Royals had an answer in the bottom half of the inning. Michael Garcia, who grounded into an inning-ending double play in the first, had hit his 14th home run the previous night. And in this at-bat, he went deep again. Dinger. Michael Garcia absolutely clobbered another baseball, a monstrous shot that tied the game 1-1. What a turnaround for Garcia, proving that even after a tough play, a powerful hitter can make an impact with one swing of the bat. That was his 15th home run of the season, and the Royals had quickly erased the Tigers' lead. Later, with 2 men out and Dingler at second, Colt Keith came up with a chance to break the tie. He swung at the first pitch, popping it up into foul territory, where Garcia made the catch, ending the 5th inning. The Tigers couldn't capitalize on Dingler's leadoff hit. As we moved into the later innings, both teams continued to showcase their defensive prowess. Richard Grandal, after hitting a fly ball to center his first time up, struck out on a fastball at the bottom of the zone, giving Flaherty his 3rd strikeout of the night. Then, with a runner going, Dylan Dingler behind the plate made an absolutely sensational throw down to second base to cut down the runner. A dart from Dingler. He got a slider down and in, caught the ball clean, and fired a one-hopper to Trey Sweeney at second, beating the runner by a good margin. It was a truly outstanding play that ended up being a 1-2-3 inning for Jack Flaherty, highlighting not just his pitching, but the stellar defense behind him. Kerry Carpenter, who was 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts against Kolek, then stepped to the plate, and Bobby Witt Jr. delivered another defensive highlight reel. He made an absolutely incredible play on a hard-hit ball, a missile to first base, showcasing his cannon arm and gleaming defense in Kansas City. What a play by Bobby Witt Jr. to rob Carpenter of a base hit. This kid is a highlight waiting to happen every single game. Spencer Torkelson then came up with nobody on and 2 down, but Kolek struck him out, completing a 1-2-3 inning. Flaherty, meanwhile, had been consistently retiring the leadoff man in 5 of the first 6 innings, keeping the Tigers' offense in check for the most part. He then got another strikeout on a filthy slider, his 4th of the night. But Vinny Pasquantino drew another walk, and that prompted a call to the bullpen for the Tigers. Tommy Kinley came in for Flaherty, inheriting a runner on first. He faced Michael Garcia, and Kinley's changeup was dazzling. He got Garcia swinging and missing for strike 3, getting the Tigers out of the inning with no damage. This sent the game to the 7th, still tied 1-1, a true pitcher's duel at this point. In the 7th, the Royals had a runner advance to second, meaning a ground ball double play wouldn't get Schreiber out of the inning, presenting an opportunity to play the go-ahead run. Trey Sweeney, who was 1 for 2 on the night, came up. Schreiber delivered, and Sweeney hit a high fly ball to shallow right field. Yastrzemski came in and made the catch, but the runner on second tagged up. The throw got by the catcher, but Schreiber was there to back him up. The runner at third, Salvador Perez, was dancing off the base but decided not to run home, as Yastrzemski's catch was so shallow and right. This was a crucial second out, keeping the game tied. A ground ball to second base was handled by Massey, and the Royals were out of the inning, still knotted at 1-1. As we entered the crucial 8th inning, a walk to Tolbert put a runner on base, exactly what the Royals wanted. And then, who else but Bobby Witt Jr. stepped up to the plate. Witt, who had singled way back in the first inning, was due for another big hit. and he delivered in the biggest way possible. A high fly ball to center field. Perez went back at the track. It's gone. Dinger. Bobby Witt Jr. comes through again, one of the shining stars in this game, crushing his 20th home run of the season to give Kansas City a dramatic 3-1 lead in the 8th inning. What a moment for Witt Jr., cementing his status as a true clutch performer and putting the Royals in front. That was a massive dinger that completely changed the complexion of the game. The Royals then brought in Estevez, making his 60th appearance of the season, having already picked up his 35th save on Tuesday night. He was brought in to close out the game. The tying run, Dylan Dingler, came to the plate with a man on third in the 9th inning. Dingler hit a fly ball to right center field, playable for Kansas City. The catch was made, and that was it. The Royals secure a thrilling 3-1 victory over Detroit, thanks in large part to Bobby Witt Jr.'s heroics. This was a huge win for the Royals, as they pick up a game on the team they're chasing in the Central Division and the wild-card race. Bobby Witt Jr. continues to shine, proving himself to be one of the most exciting and impactful players in Major League Baseball. What a game, what a performance, and what a win for the Kansas City Royals. This has been your in-depth breakdown on Baseball Extra. If you enjoyed this analysis, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Baseball Extra for more exclusive content, game breakdowns, and all the latest news from around the league. We're constantly bringing you the best in baseball analysis, so hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Baseball Extra.